Alright, let's check the stream manager to make sure. Yep, okay, we are live. Welcome everyone, this is a Caged Leprechaun, and today we are going to be playing a game known as the Stanley Parable. Now, if you don't know about this game, it is... how can I describe it? This is a game to where it is narrative focused, but you still control the narrative to a point. And, it goes quite out there with the story. Lots of hidden Easter eggs as well. All sorts of little hidden things to really change things, I guess. It's definitely different from a lot of the other games I've played. Let me just post out that I'm live now, and then we'll get started. Let's see, where did I put that? There it is. Alright, so while I'm typing this, I won't be able to see chat, but for anyone who joins in, thank you so much for joining me. Glad to have you here. Stanley Parable. There's one, and fuck it, we'll also go. Alright, now I can go back to Twitch and see chat. Welcome, glad to have you here. Just in case, I'm gonna see if what else I missed in chat during the time of trying to get that set up. Okay, good, I didn't really miss anything. But we're in for a strange game. If it wasn't obvious enough, just look at the looping computer screens. And yes, it does actually take it very far down into there to where it's mirroring it. Like, I can see it even on the smaller screen and a little bit on the very tiniest screen basically in that corner. But we'll start the game. But yes, pretty much the end is never the end. It's kind of how this game works. Now I just wonder how long it'll take to load everything. I'm sure this heat isn't really helping. Even with this cooling fan for my PC. Well, for my laptop. Oh my gosh, this one's really taking a while to load. There we go.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Well, it forced me up from out of the desk, but you know what? I know we can interact with things. I wonder.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go any way except badly.
Might be right.
The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed, then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer. Here it comes.
Oh. Wow, that actually did something. Alright. So I guess that was one of the endings. Can we interact with the keyboard? Nope. Alright, well, let's see what else we can do.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I mean, if you're gonna leave your desk, you need to at least... Okay. Now I'm wondering how many more of those we can find. Seriously, if you're gonna leave your desk, at least turn off your computer, people.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to do that. Can I go somewhere else, maybe? No? Okay. Alright, fine. We'll go to the door on the left. This game is called the Stanley Parable 2020. It is kind of a comedy story game to where the end is never truly the end. Because there's lots of different endings. And I could just ignore everything the narrator tells me to do. And that'd change the ending.
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office hoping he might find an answer there.
Alright, let's go to the boss's office. Ooh, but there's a broom closet. Aw, I can't go in the broom closet. Oh, yes I can. Broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
No, I think I'm gonna stay here for a bit. I'm gonna stay in the broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I mean, there is a reason. Who knows how many lines you'll say about the broom closet?
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
For those who don't know, FA is fuck all.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
Listening for all your lines? Maybe
You
an
do
alternate
realize
ending?
There's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, you had lines for it, so clearly you did.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Yeah, they probably would find it a bit concerning that I'm
Stanley
still
was
in
fat
here.
and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
As I said,
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You
yes,
got to
I'm
this broom
definitely
closet,
dead.
explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose.
Yeah,
Hello?
definitely would.
Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
And it's shit like that, which is why I'm playing this game. Alright, well, I'm pretty sure that is it for this area. But it was definitely interesting hearing all the lines from the narrator for that.
Ah, second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
You're right, because clearly I died. Or should I say the person before me died. Right. I'm just an alternate personality inhabiting the body? No, that's stupid. Never mind. Moving on.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Fuck you, you can't tell me what to do.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
Repeated.
Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer.
Wait, but there's no coffee stain.
His co-workers weren't actually gone.
Oh.
He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Oh, I'm actually...
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
That's the best question.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
Maybe.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Then how do you explain the looping words?
Quite a shock to Stanley.
The looping rooms.
After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
Oh, how am I going to prove it?
So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
Oh.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
That's the spirit, buddy. Oh, well, we're still here.
Stanley began
Shit,
screaming.
didn't work.
Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice?
Oh shit, they're all going red.
And everything went black.
Oh. Alright. We went insane.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Wait, what? I thought this was
Mariella
about
woke up on a
Stanley.
day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time
Too
for
real.
this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Alright. So, we went crazy, and then died on the street. And that was that ending. Okay, so we got the crazy man ending. I guess. I don't know.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries?
Turn
Did
off
something
your computers,
crucial happen
people.
while my senses were turned? He made a note to be more careful with time from now on.
Wait, what? You were a different computer last time. I think it was that one. Well, no matter.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should we listen to him 2020, or should we say, fuck him, and go the opposite? Hello? Is anyone there? By the way, is everything coming in clear? I should really check my bitrate. CPU. Yeah, okay. Slow frames, but no frame drops. So we're good. Sorry, had to check. Back to what we were doing. I think he said to take the door on the left, so we'll take the door on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'm sure it is a nice lounge.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Yes.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Yes, I did. It is quite nice in this room. Someone spent a lot of time working on this too. Maybe a whole group of people.
Really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
I mean, they are some nice paintings, Mr. Narrator. Look at that one. It's
At this
a photo
point,
of
Stanley's
plants
obsession with
and-
this room bordered on creepy and
Hey!
reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Yeah, okay, you may be onto something there, Mr. Narrator.
Stanley sat around waiting for
maybe-
more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
I mean, is it though? 'Cause you spoke. And as I said, this is a nice room. I mean, got sea viewing over the horizon. We got cold drinks, all the best cold drinks. We got yellow, purple, blue and red, yellow and green, and 3 of the same kind of water. I think that's water. I don't know. Alright. Maybe that was all the dialogue. Alright, I guess I should move on.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Should I, though? Because that way looks kind of interesting, too. Look at that. You know what? We'll actually go see the boss.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But big glowing button with an arrow saying down. I can't say no to the big glowing button. I'm gonna go press it.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So
You
now
know
in
it.
order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left, okay.
Oh, no.
Wait, what?
No, it's to the right, my mistake.
Narrator, are you confused?
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was
Behind
I
me?
thinking? It's
Over
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Narrator lost
Let's
track.
see, we went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Are you sure? Okay, I'll believe you. Well, that path's blocked off, so I guess down here. Ooh, what's this?
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding?
Fired.
It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
Hey, Gray,
And
how's
this
it
time,
going?
Suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Alright, from the top. We got the narrator all confused.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
Turn
memo.
off your PCs, people. You leave your desk, turn off your PC. The funny thing is, when I was back in the military, that was something that we'd have to do. We'd have to check everyone's computers to make sure it's actually off.
When Stanley... Wait.
What?
What? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game.
There's a
over,
lot more
completely
doors
fresh.
in here.
Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, I choose this way. Okay, you blocked me from going that way. Fine. I'll go this way and then loop around. Ha! I win! Oh, you watched the second most intense duel? Nice, Gray. Wait.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you
Yeah,
there
you're right.
definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it
Possibly.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? Not.
Oh, sorry about the audio glitching. It's giving every once in a while. It's repeating a word or two. There's not much I can do about that, unfortunately.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah, definitely what happened. I just missed a memo. That's all.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering
Where'd
this
all the doors
wrong.
go?
It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
Are
Why
you
don't
sure,
we go
narrator?
back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Gray, I am not Papa Cage. I'm no one's Papa. I turned off all the PCs. When did that one turn back on? Who's messing with the PCs behind my back? Is it you, Gray?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story.
Wait.
Here it comes.
This room's looping.
No,
Okay.
wait.
Oh,
Never mind.
dead end.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. What? What? We went in a circle. How? What?
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Yes.
Well, do you know what?
Definitely
Since I've
office
completely
building.
forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Yay, we did it. We won.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes,
Some
I did.
people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
What?
I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay, you restart. Yeah, you're probably right, Gray. That's probably not going away.
All right.
Stanley
I've got a
Parable
solution.
adventure line.
This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
I don't know. I can't follow simple instructions. Turn off your PCs! Alright, fine. I'll follow your adventure line. Wait, I thought I was supposed to go that... I must stop these hooligans leaving all their PCs on. Nah, we don't need an adventure line. We blaze our own trail.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, okay, fine. Alright, Mr. Narrator. Fine. Well, Snoozle does too whenever he pops in, Gray. But you were playing solitaire? Weren't you supposed to do a job? And why can't I turn off that PC? Okay, I guess I can't turn off that PC. It's forever playing solitaire.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
Narrator, you're drawing the line. You're making the line swerve and go everywhere else now.
One's subjective experience of that existence, right?
I can't climb walls,
now,
narrator.
If my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what?
How about you pay attention to the adventure line?
Is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
I guess this is our adventure music, guys.
cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
This one?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Oh, I'm sorry, Gray. I didn't mean to hurt your head. What was it, the bouncing up and down to the music that was not helping? Oh, your motion sickness. I'm so sorry, Gray. Okay, well, the music stopped, so there's no more bouncing around like crazy. Narrator, you...
Wait, what? We're
What?
back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
You're talking to a line that technically you drew, and we're back at the ending again.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh no. Okay. Narrator, are you sure you got it right this time? We might be in for quite a bit of confusion, Gray. Alright, here we go.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done
Really?
for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah,
Why can't we
well,
make up our own story? Something exciting,
not, but-
daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Sounds good.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go
Oh great, we're
wild.
circling
Use
again.
your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
A story. There once was a man from Nantucket. No, that's something entirely different.
Oh, no,
well,
not you again.
Adventure
Stanley,
line.
I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
But the line guides. I can't run on the walls, but I can at least trace it. Wait, line, where'd you go? I can't go up there. Oh man, no adventure line for me. Oh, there once was a ship that went to sea. The name of the ship was Stanley?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
Okay.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
This door? Okay. Oh,
Hold up, what's this?
confusion ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well,
Find
you
a book,
consulted
get
me.
bored, and
Why
leave.
don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped?
Oh.
Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule?
Possibly, but
How
you
would
could
we
be
even
destroying the
know?
universe.
Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. Though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll
No,
find
it's
out, won't
not.
we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
What? Oh, we never got to hear everything you wanted to say. This game is Well, tell you what, Gray. On the next choice, you get to pick where we go. So, here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone.
The game
What could it
restarted.
mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Sorry,
missed
Gray.
a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a
It
trace
hurt my
of
ears,
his
too.
co-workers.
That might have been the narrator's mind shattering, and then the game did an actual restart instead of a joking restart.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, Gray, should we take the left or go on the right? What do you mean, your snuggle buddy? You'll be right back. Oh, but I need help with decision. It was your choice. What? Right? Okay, right it is. You go have fun snuggling with Fox.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Right. We must stop and admire the employee lounge.
Wow. Yes. This room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room.
We spent enough time
Thank
in here
goodness
last
Stanley
time.
had taken this detour. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Well, we know that taking the big red button leads to the confusion ending, but we'll follow
And
this
so
and go
he
straight.
detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
And we're back on track. At the office
Yet
room.
there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Okay. Hey, the broom closet again. Should I enter the broom closet again and admire the broom closet and listen to the narrator get pissed off that I entered the broom closet and wouldn't leave? Yes? Okay. Into the broom closet we go.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Okay, so he did remember that we went in the broom closet. Good to know. And he did remember that we annoyed him. Since you weren't here, Gray, basically, because we spent so long in this broom closet, he assumed we died and started calling out, saying, "Hey, is anyone there? The person on the computer has died." So, yeah. You found your snuggle buddy? I'm glad, Gray. Okay.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Well, we took downstairs and that made us go crazy. So, upstairs it is. Well, Gray, I'm glad that you and Fox are getting some nice snuggle time. Executive bathroom? Oh, come on. Come on. Alright, fine. I guess we don't get to check out the executive bathroom. Ooh, hey. Secrets. What about through here? Nope. Okay.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But
Wait,
of course,
what'd you say?
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Right, there's no way I could have known this, so I can't enter in that code, even though the narrator just told me it, because there's no way I'd normally know it.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
But all the narrator getting annoyed. We could really annoy the narrator again.
2845.
Great. Alright, fine. 854?
But it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Oh. Well, that's nice. Okay, nothing else secret. Time to go press the big glowing red button. Never mind, you like this guy? Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying the narrator.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
You don't say.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But there's escape. It's spelled just like the word escape. Maybe I should mind control escape. Mind control escape. You're right, Gray. Maybe they just all went out for lunch and it has nothing to do with the mind control facility. Escape? Okay, Ping King. Okay, Gray. We'll take the escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? What do you mean, narrator?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But I mean, death is kind of an escape. What do you guys think? Should we just keep going towards... Maybe I should turn around? Oh, okay. Turning around. Wait, maybe a little bit of death wouldn't hurt? Yeah, maybe you're right. Death never killed anyone, right? I mean, technically. Right? I don't know. I'm all sorts of confuzzled. Oh great, my Discord's going off. I need to fix that. Sorry, I forgot to put it in streamer mode. Where is it? Where is it? I always forget where it is. Ah, there it is, streamer mode. There we go. Now we won't get any more of those annoying pings randomly from Discord. At least not for this session. Maybe at one of the other ones it'll happen. Oh great, it's having trouble getting back to the game. Would I kindly Bioshock reference? Nice. Oh god, I'm getting two different answers, guys. Okay. Game, come on, work with me. There we go. Now it's working with me. Okay, I did miss some things said. I got some people saying mind control, another saying... Got Gray saying mind control, Ping King saying escape.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
You're right, maybe I should go back to the escape.
Nope, still on board with death.
Yes, Gray? Is there a problem? Alright, alright. Yeah, the door's shut behind me. It's locked. We'll do that on the next
an
one.
enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Sure? Oh, hey, there is actually a walkway up there. Oh, big button with cameras on it.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay. But which one was ours?
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
I think we were like 427, so we're... Oh, there we are. Right there. Put it in center screen. Yep, that's our office, alright. Okay, well, let's go to this. This looks like a way out.
No! He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even
Definitely.
possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life, for he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Sure, I definitely know how to do that. Right? Is that big red button? No? It's gotta be one of these buttons. Maybe it's this? Wait, did a light actually turn off? Nope. Alright, well, we tried. Maybe the numbered buttons? Yeah, maybe you're right, but I can't remember.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
And then I changed my mind.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
Yes.
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
Oh,
in the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
2 minutes?
Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it.
Oh, maybe it's
mere moments until the bomb goes
0521.
off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room.
There's gotta be something, right?
These colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this
Where's
video
3?
game can be beaten? 1 solved? Do you
1,
have
2,
any
4.
idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley.
Where's 3?
You're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along.
5?
It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't.
Goodbye, employee
Take a look
427.
at the clock, Stanley. That's
Uh-oh.
30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30
Wait,
seconds
427.
until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces.
Wait, but there's no button
Will
7.
you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Yeah, the issue was there was no 3. It was just 1, 2, 4, and 5. Alright, well, that was that ending. That was definitely an interesting one.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Right. Right? Yes, right. Okay. Try that ending again. Are you sure? What, Gray, did you look up the answer?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a
Nope,
single
no one in
person
the
here
office.
either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
He boarded up the broom closet after us going in it twice. Yeah, we can't go in the
Coming to a
broom closet
staircase,
anymore.
Stanley walked upstairs
Sad
to his
day.
boss's office.
Can we go in the executive bathroom now? Nope. Yes, we can! Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay. Well, we got into the executive bathroom, so I'd say that's success. Can we also enter this mysterious door? We can! Holy shit, it's letting us go everywhere today. I gotta see what's around here. Ooh, an elevator? Going up. Of course. Freaking elevator music. Wait, did anyone else hear it say Stanley? Wait, the narrator's singing. I guess the narrator really loves the music. Oh, I don't know when this happened, but Island Devils, thank you for the follow. How long are we gonna be trapped in this elevator? listening to the listening to the music and the narrator just vibing. Wait, he just said getting bored now. Oh, I'm drinking Coke. The usual. Well, actually, this is orange vanilla Coke. Alright, I'm gonna pause real quick. Just because I need to get some ice for my Coke, because it is burning hot in my room. I'm dying, so I'll be right back. There is no way it's that cold. That cool. It is hotter in here than 87. Okay, I'm back. And wow, it is still burning hot in here. Let me just pour this. Yeah, that's a little bit better. Alright, let me make sure that everything's going through how it should. Alright. Okay, yeah, it's all gone. It's all working right. Sorry, had to make sure that the stream wasn't having any issues. Alright, back to the vibing in the elevator. is the closest we've got for dancing in here. Oh. If I pressed it again, it would have stopped. I see. So it's an imaginary elevator. It doesn't actually take you anywhere. It just lets you vibe to the music for a while.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover
what was that
not an
code?
indication of any human life.
It was...
What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
The narrator was not happy we entered the code in before he could tell us it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Okay. Right, we take this elevator down. So, should I go and try and escape this time? Is anyone there?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Nah, we'll go escape this time.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
You don't say. Sounds like
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
But how will I die?
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Yep. Oh. Death from falling. Kind of unoriginal. But alright, here we go. Oh, we're actually still falling. And we're alive? I thought we were gonna die.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise,
Oh, okay. That's
he reflected
actually...
that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see.
It's actually creative.
He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this life is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he
Oh my
resigned,
God, that's
willingly
horrible.
accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Oh, wow, it really does crush you flat. Alright, well, here it comes. What?
"Farewell, Stanley," cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Who are you? You're not the narrator. Ooh, this is... Oh. Where did you guys go? Things have changed.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless. making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
I see. Wow, this is like them taking all the assets for the game and just moving them around. Each sound is a mix of keyboard stroke and synthesized tone. Wow, they really went out there with setting this up. What? How? What? Wait. Narration outtakes. 3 separate times over the 2 years of development.
See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Stanley walked. Perfect example of poor level design. When Stanley came to the lift, it's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you have even the most fundamental.
What the heck? This is just like the developer secret room, I guess. The freedom ending. Which, funny enough, we haven't even done yet. Countdown desk. But none of these tell us the password to stop the countdown. I know this is kind of dumb, but at the same time, I'm legitimately enjoying the strangeness of this area. Oh, and then it restarts. Okay. For a second there, I thought it'd let me pick up the phone. Oh, to confusion ending. I see. Wait, there's a vent. Okay, so we need to try that. I need to see if that's actually a thing. So we'll disobey, go to the lounge, and then try and take the vent to maintenance. Gave us a hint. Oh, what was that? Oh, Sushi! Thank you for the subscription. And welcome! Glad to have you here. Oh, okay, these are the trailers. Alright, well, I think we've had enough of this room, so begin the game again. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yes, that's all that happened. We missed a memo. Turn off your computers, people. It's not that hard. Wait, where'd... Oh, right over here. I'm an idiot.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered that
Right,
this was
I gotta
not
try
the
the
correct
vent.
way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yes, admire it and find the
The
vent.
lounge was sublime, a work of art. What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace? Its subtle charm? No. Stanley knew it was something deeper. Something darker.
This is new. Like, we've been in here before, but he's not said that before.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished,
Okay, that
here
line
you
he
sit
said.
looking
There
at
is
these
no
chairs
vent
and some
here, other
paintings.
than, well,
Really
that one,
worth
but...
it.
Actually, that's just a light fixture. There is no vent. You lied to me, paintings.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
You're right about that. Onto the platform.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about.
Who'd I
Please,
forget?
stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her? Who?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's
Who are
been
you?
waiting.
What? Who are you talking about, narrator?
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone. As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited.
Is he gonna
one-
realize?
Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or
Yep.
did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
I don't know
Please
if I like
observe
that.
this helpful instructional video.
How about no? Oh.
Choice.
It's
It's the
actually-
best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Stephen has a choice. He could spend years helping improve the quality of life for citizens of impoverished third world nations. Or he could systematically set fire to every orphan living in a 30-kilometer radius of his house. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack."
You think the choice is obvious, and then the fire.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
That sounds like a
Most
good
medical
idea.
professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if
can't
your
remember a
choices
choice
are
I
actually
made today, so
meaningful
probably
and
none.
whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Oh, okay. Well, at least this room's seeming somewhat normal. Okay, what's the choice I'm making? Am I going back on this platform? Oh, they put guardrails around.
Meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character
Aww.
dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Hey, athlete. With that good old probablage. What? Oh, parablage. Okay, gotcha. Parable. Not much. Apparently I broke the game. It took me to a phone and said I should answer it because it's her on the other end. No idea who her is. And I unplugged the phone. And, yeah, apparently now the game is breaking. And the narrator realized I'm not Stanley, I'm a real person.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world.
Yes, definitely.
Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right.
Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I think he said take a right. I'm gonna go right.
No! Why did you do that?
Oh my God.
Hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
I think I broke it even more. Alright. Okay, I headed back the other direction. Nothing happened. Okay. Now I go right. Okay, nothing happened. Nothing happens. So I guess I do go left now. Well, everything seems somewhat normal. Wait,
It's
oh.
ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that you My story. You've destroyed my work. Why? For what?
Yay.
What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone? Left here like so much garbage. It's worthless now.
Oh
And what
my
am I
gosh,
supposed
the
to
chairs
do?
sink
Even if
into
there
the
were
floor.
a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to.
Wait, he's not really going to, is he? Oh. Oh. Oh no.
Oh, I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
I don't know about that.
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
How dare you? I'm 28.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on
If
the
anything,
left, you would
I'm
have
still
seen
a
it. There was
teen.
a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard. Behave exactly as Stanley would.
Oh.
That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine.
Get restarted.
All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Should we actually listen, or should we go right this time? What do you guys think? Decisions. I'm not gonna lie, I am slightly leaning towards the right just to see if the world will burn even further. But maybe I go left and try and make things better. Nah, we all want to watch the world burn, don't we?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as
Oh my
Stanley
gosh,
would.
it restarted
That means
again.
choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
are these
doors,
doors upside
he
down?
entered the door on his left.
We're gonna keep watching it burn.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always
I guess
putting
we
the
have.
story first. I'm quite
I guess
sure
we
you'll
do
be
have
up to
to
the
take the
task.
left.
Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Not your dad. Hi, Snoozle.
Yet there was not a single person
Oh.
here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an
It
answer
actually.
there.
He forgot to board up the broom closet again. Oh, he locked it. Damn, he saw through me.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And into the executive, right? Guess not. Nope. Guess we can't go anywhere but in here. This
Stepping
looks
inside his
different.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated
Wait,
this.
but I can't
until he
speak.
saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work? There was only one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Night Shark 112? No, Night Shark 221. Hello? I can't speak.
Stanley spoke the code.
Oh, 115.
Night
Whoops.
Shark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Night Shark 115. I don't think it can hear me. Night
I'm sorry, is
Shark
there a problem?
115.
You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Yeah, it's not working.
Okay, fine, you're not gonna do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I
I'm
asked you for
trying.
this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward.
I think I pissed off the
When
narrator.
Stanley came
Oh,
to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I guess that's us.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right? Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something.
There is still more endings, by the way.
This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there?
This poor narrator.
Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Well, poor narrator. Alright. Well, we got through that.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You're right about that. Can I open this door? Was it 4:30 that was the one that... One of these doors has like an achievement that if you keep trying to open it for a while, he'll get annoyed. And whoa! The end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Okay, that's...
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Wait, but I want to interact with this computer. It says I can press button. But button press. Okay, I guess not. Oh well. We'll try again some other time, I guess. Man, everyone's leaving their computers on. And it's all just the end is never the end. All work and no play makes Stanley a dull boy. Yes, exactly.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yep.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
Standing now in this incredible room, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. This time we're just gonna defy the narrator entirely.
Directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, $5,000. I mean, I die then, so...
Look, Stanley, I think
sounds
perhaps
like
we've
that
gotten
should be
off
fine.
on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really.
Let's wait till it raises us up.
I realize that
then...
investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting.
Time to go! Whee!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yeah. All the power. Okay, this time we're gonna do that again, but I think this time we're gonna...
to himself, that's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
What? Oh, okay, Mr. Narrator. Alright, this time we're gonna defy him, but instead of jumping off the platform, we're gonna jump to that lower...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before.
More new things about this room.
A connection between the two? Could a man love a room? I mean, truly, deeply, madly love.
Maybe.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No. We're gonna go on that catwalk.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Yep.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I
You
realize
lie.
that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
No, it's clearly been
Someone
about
you've
you.
been
That's why you're all
neglecting,
doing all the
Stanley.
talking.
Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Yes.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Okay. Fine. One chance, narrator. Just one.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
This sounds like some Matrix stuff to me. Wasn't the red door the bad one? Wasn't the red pill the bad one, and the blue pill was the one that we wanted to take? Or was it the red pill that was the good one to leave the Matrix, or control it, or whatever, and the blue one was stay in it? I don't remember! What should I do, guys? Red or blue? In this case, it doesn't matter. I think he said to take the red one, so I guess we'll take the red one.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Oh great, we're
running
looping
and
again.
running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
I don't know if I like your solution. What? Go through here?
What do we want? What are we looking for?
Look at all the pretty lights.
Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Like, yeah, it's beautiful and all, but my eyes are starting to hurt. Alright.
No, wait. Where are you going?
Ooh, new colors.
Right. Where were we?
What would happen if I tried to walk off? I like it, Nikki. The game is really good. I'ma try. Oh, it won't let me. Alright. Okay, we've had enough of these pretty colors.
Oh no! Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Okay, narrator.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
Okay, fine. Wonder if he'll say thank you or something for changing our mind? Oh, it changed again.
Good, good. We can't be too safe. Promise me you won't go back there. Just stay here.
Okay, I'm bored. Let's go up the stairs and freak out the narrator again.
No! What do we talk about? You're risking everything we achieved here. You heard me before, didn't you? You will die! What about this isn't getting through to you?
The fact that I will die, I am a video game character, therefore I am immortal.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I'm jumping. Whee!
No!
Oh, still alive.
No. No, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
'Cause I'm insane? Woot!
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
I actually kind of feel sad for the narrator.
Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Yes.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. but I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours.
You're right. It is mine. Finally, I make my own damn choice, narrator.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
And we're back. And it restarted. Alright, guys. This time, I'm letting you decide every action.
Just a step through this door, Stanley thought to himself. That's all I need. If I can make it through this door, I can make it through them all.
All the choices are your guys' decisions.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Alright, guys, left or right? Well, I'm seeing 2 votes for left. And there's only 3 viewers, so left it is.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
No, I haven't done the
Feeling a
correct
wave of
path at all
disbelief,
yet.
Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
He's still upset about the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Quelle surprise.
Oh, I didn't even have to enter the code. I'm gonna do it anyway. 2... No, I was trying to enter 8. Apparently I can't mess with anything on the desk. Well, it's worth a shot. But man, narrator's really upset with me. Oh, they changed the play areas and lobby
Stanley
and Beat
walked
Saber?
straight ahead
Nice.
through the large door that read Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
What would happen if I tried turning the lights off again? No, it won't let me. It was worth a shot. I had to try.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
Oh, I found mine.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof, the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Someone should look up how to actually disable the bomb in the Stanley Parable, so that way I could do it on stream when I choose to, next time I choose to say yes. Oh yes, there's basically if I
and when
turn
at last
on
he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
But yeah, it activates a bomb if I turn on the mind control system. And there's probably a way to disarm it, but I wouldn't know what it is. So we'll do the correct ending this time. Turn it all off.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
Maybe? Can't really tell.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
There's a lot.
Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
I wonder. No, it forces me. Okay. It was worth a shot.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were. And Stanley was happy.
Oh no, I'm sorry, Sushi. Alright. I think the last one that I can think of for endings, or at least ones that I know of, on how to do, is defy up until the point of the phone and actually then answer the phone.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic, like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile.
What?
At last, proof that he was human.
Oh, okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please,
okay.
Stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Still don't know who this her
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Must resist urge to pull
Stanley.
cord.
You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Alright, fine.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No? Oh, it does
Sorry,
let me.
but you're in my story now.
Break the fourth wall? Nope. Nope, can't do that. Nope, can't do that either. Oh well, it's worth a shot.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Wait, what? G?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Okay.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
L. P? I'm gonna press everything but K on my laptop. Hold on just a sec. Oh. Control does crouch. Oh, it is forcing me to press these.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
No, I cannot jump out of the window. Oh, to watch TV. Where's
And so
the TV?
he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk.
This is turning
to
more and
realize
more
that
into
all
an
of his
office room.
coworkers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
8 to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
0 to prepare dinner?
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby.
What?
And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Tell wife you love her? I don't have a wife.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
3 go to sleep?
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Press 1 to be at work in the morning? Okay, I'm not going to press anything. I'll press anything else. Yeah, it's still not letting me.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Open the door. Okay, fine. Question nothing?
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I...
Oh. Well then. Jesus Christ, it is really hot up here in my room, man. Like, I checked the thermometer I have. It's like 80, it says it's 89, but that can't be right. Because usually I can handle 89 degrees pretty well. Oh. You want me to put a death count for that? Okay, well technically I'm at 3 deaths then, so... There we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room.
I
Perhaps
really
he had
wish
simply missed a memo.
I knew
No matter how
where the
hard
other 2
Stanley
inputs
looked,
for this
he
are.
couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh. You were referring to what the narrator said. Oh. Oh well. I still need to find where the other 2 inputs are, though. That's gonna drive me insane for a little bit. I found 3 of them. Wait, isn't there also a, is it in this room? It might be in this room. Yes, it is in this room. Alright, guys. We're gonna attempt something crazy here. It's time to jump out the window. To freedom! Oh, it's actually... We broke the game, guys!
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
No, not yet.
Ah, then in that case we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer? Perhaps you never would even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here just to do the other option? Clearly, this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is rich. Perhaps you've just played the other option, and now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think? Which choice was the better one?
Yeah, you're right,
Imagine if you
athlete.
had
This
selected
game is amazing.
continue on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky ones. Though if the other option is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky. Well now,
Yeah, that's
I've
fair.
built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever. Cheers.
But yeah, you're definitely right, athlete. This game is amazing. It's too good, man. They thought of everything. And I know there's more endings than the ones I've shown so far. There's so many endings, and I don't know many of them yet. Alright, I think we're sick of this gag. Oh, I guess I actually have to restart. Begin the game again. The end is never the end is never the end.
Already this was uncomfortable.
Maybe.
And Stanley decided that as soon as he found a new space he felt safe in, that he would never leave it again in his life.
Should we see what the other option is? Was it in the first room? True, every game does have its bugs. Oh yeah, this is where it was. So, should we go through the window again to see what the other option is, or... No, Sushi, I have not tried cheating yet. I want to save that for the last thing because of... well, you know why, Sushi. But I want to find some of the others. Like, I want to find where the other two for these are. I want to find the... Oh, you want to see the other option, athlete? Alright. Let me just see if I can find a way, because part of it involves getting up on this chair here. Oh, there we go. Alright. And we're here. Once again.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Okay. Yes.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Oh God.
There once was a man named Stanley,
Oh my God.
who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable.
Oh my
And
God.
lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
How long does this last? I don't know. I'm sure it has an ending point. Mostly because it already sounds like there's moments where he's slipping up on the notes. I think if I stay here long enough, he'll just cut the music. Or it could go on forever. I genuinely don't know. Oh no, the yes/no text is gone. It disappeared as soon as I chose yes. Mr. Narrator, are you done playing your music? We're just standing here in a void. Void. Are you done, narrator? Wait, is he restarting the song again? Oh, no, it is dying. Well, did you have fun, narrator? Okay, I think we killed the narrator there. He lost his mind from how long it took us. So, I'd say we saw the other option, wouldn't you? Time to begin the game again. Alright, I'm gonna stop for a second and look up how to disable the bomb. Okay, countdown ending. Oh, they have no entities tied to them that would stop the countdown. Okay. Well, that answers that. You have a special request. What's that, athlete? You want me to go back to the option to where we're stuck in the room, in the void again, and choose yes. I don't know. That's, tell you what. If Nikki and Sushi agree to it, then I'll do it. But if even one of them says no, then I'm gonna go for look up one of the other endings and try and do that. Okay, well, Sushi gave a yes to Athlete's thing, so it's up to Nikki for the final choice. And Nikki as well. Alright. Then back to the game breaking and the music and all that.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
I mean, I can't really blame Stanley on that. That's, something a lot of us feel with co-workers. Very often. Alright, back to the void.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map, until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
Alright, so Athlete, you wanted me to choose yes again, correct? Yes, okay.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want, like right now. You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain.
Alright, Athlete, so what was the point of this?
There once was a man named Stanley. who people considered so
Sing the
manly.
Mariner's Revenge
But
song.
the truth must be told, he was
Okay.
not very old, and
I'll
was
wait
quite
till he's done.
particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day in a meaningful way, but his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable, and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. Yes. You too will become quite unbearable.
Alright. So the Mariner's Revenge song. It's really kind of hard to do it with this guitar in the background, but I'll try. We are two mariners, a ship's sole survivors, in this belly of a whale. Its ribs are ceiling beams, its guts are carpeting. I guess we have some time to kill. You may not remember me, I was a child of 3, and you a lad of 18. But I remember you, and I will relate to you how our histories interweave. At the time you were a rake and a roustabout, spending all your money on the whores and hounds. Oh, you had a charming air, all cheap and debonair, my widowed mother found so sweet. And so she took you in, her sheets still warm with him, now filled with filth and foul disease. Ah, dang it. What was the next part? It's throwing me off with this guitar. Okay, good. The guitar has ended. I'm just gonna look up the lyrics because I'm suddenly spacing it, which is sad with how many times I've listened to that song. As time wore on, you proved a dead-ridden, drunken mess, leaving my mother a poor, consumptive wretch. Oh, and then you disappeared, your gambling arrears, the only thing you left behind. And then the magistrate reclaimed our small estate, and my poor mother lost her mind. Then one day in spring my dear sweet mother died. But before she did, I took her hand as she dying cried. Oh, find him, bind him, tie him to a pole and break his fingers to splinters. Drag him to a hole until he wakes up naked, clawing at the ceiling of his grave. It took me 15 years to swallow all my tears among the urchins in the street, until a priory took pity and hired me to keep their vestry nice and neat. But never once in the employ of these holy men did I ever once turn my mind from the thought of revenge? Oh, One night I overheard the prior exchanging words with a penitent whaler from the sea. The captain of his ship, who matched you toe to tip, was known for wanton cruelty. The following day I shipped to sea with the privateer, and in the whistle of the wind I could almost hear, oh, oh, find him, bind him, tie him to a hole, tie him to a pole and break his fingers to splinters, drag him to a hole until he wakes up naked, clawing at the ceiling of his grave. There is one thing I must say to you. As you sail across the sea, always your mother will watch over you as you avenge this wicked deed. And then that fateful night, we had you in our sight, after 20 months at sea. Your starboard flank abeam, I was getting my muskets cleaned, when came this rumbling from beneath. The ocean shook, the sky went black, and the captain quailed. And before us grew the angry jaws of a giant whale. Oh, oh, oh. I don't know how I survived. The crew all was chewed alive. I must have slipped between his teeth. But oh, what providence, what divine intelligence, that you should survive as well as me. It gives my heart great joy to see your eyes fill with fear. So lean in close and I will whisper the last words you'll hear. Oh, oh. Alright, that was the Mariner's Revenge song. After that, it basically just repeats those notes I whistled, and but the pace speeds up. But it doesn't have any lyrics to it. It's just the music in the background. How was the singing with different music in the background? Very difficult. So thanks for that, athlete. That was great. But thankfully, the background music stops after a while, you know? Alright, begin the game once again. So there you go, athlete. You got what you wanted. Me trying to sing the Mariner's Revenge song.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. I'm gonna see what the other endings were again. Alright. Alright. We did the Freedom one, we did the Countdown, we did the Museum, Mariella. We didn't do that one. Okay, so I know what to do next. So we go all the way through here. And then I think what we're supposed to do...
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here
Keep
either.
going through here.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided
still
to go
boarded
up
up
to
the
his
broom
boss's
closet.
office, hoping he might find... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Alright, I think that it was just... Okay, no, guess not. It was... Pretty sure it's something like that.
Here's the door.
Yep. That was it. As far as I know. Unless it lets us... Yep, we can't open that anymore. But we can go in the executive bathroom. There's supposed to be something about an escape pod. Hold on, I'll go back. Oh, okay, we go back to Stanley's office. Okay. Essentially, we broke the game a bit. But now all the doors that were closed behind us opened. Wait, what's this? Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Wow, it really is having us go all the way. Oh, hey, yeah, this door wasn't open before. You are now leaving. Cool. Escape pod bay, floor 760. That's a lot of floors. Alright. Well, this is unfortunate. We're gonna be going upstairs quite a bit, because the elevator apparently is out of commission. Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, we're gonna be going up these stairs for quite a bit. At least looks like we only have one set of stairs left, thankfully. I think it said 760. Yes, okay, escape pod launch bay. Escape. This time it's not certain death. Or at least I hope it's not. That'd be unfortunate. I can't see anything. This room is pitch black. I'm gonna walk backwards. That's the only way I can be sure. Hey, it worked. Where am I? Okay, it's loading. Good. Oh, that was it. That was the escape ending. That was the escape pod. Okay. So it looks like I got quite a bit of the, I got 3 out of the buttons, but there's still a couple more. I have to figure out where... Start and activate input on 434's computer. Oh, Stanley's computer. So that's the only one left.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Hit this
decided to
one.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, hold on.
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace.
That's 434's computer. Okay, so if I begin the game again, it should say it on Stanley's computer. No?
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it...
419's computer. And restart the game. 423's computer.
was. He hoped very much
Alright,
that it
where's
was.
419? I think 419 is out here. Yes. Yes, okay, that's 419. I might need to close the game and reopen to get one of the other endings, because...
When Stanley...
Computer just before the boss's office, restart game again, 434's computer. Okay, I got 419's, 423's.
came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either.
I don't know.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
got
up
the
to his
broom
boss's
closet
office.
ending.
Hoping him coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
And then we're supposed to activate this one, but that one's already activated. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna exit to menu, and then maybe if I begin the game again, it'll reset those.
This is the story of a...
Okay. So, 419s, and then restart.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. 419's already been activated. 423's is right here. It's also been already activated. And this one's already
No
been
matter how
activated.
hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office,
Should let
but it
me
didn't make
be
a
able to
single
interact with
difference,
this one.
nor did it advance the story in any way.
Alright, I think I might have to close the game and reopen it. So I'm gonna close and reopen, and then we'll see if that might unlock something new. Because there is another ending that I just saw that I'm gonna try and do, but it's not quite wanting to work with me. Alright, are you guys able to see the game? Yeah? Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Okay,
it mean?
there we go.
Stanley
That
decided
fixed
to
it.
go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So, we start with this one over here. What? Oh, it closed my browser. Alright. Okay, here we go. 419's computer. And 419 is this one. But it's not doing that. Okay, I guess I have to go through at least one of the endings once before it'll
When
let me.
Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go
I
up
can
to
show
his
you guys
boss's
who
office,
haven't seen it,
hoping
the
he
broom
might find
closet
an answer
ending.
there.
I think you'll get a kick out of this, for those that haven't seen it.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track. There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
I mean, I'm talking with you, aren't I, Mr. Narrator?
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why?
Because you
Please
have
offer me
such
some
great
explanation
dialogue.
here. I'm genuinely confused.
You have great dialogue. I want to hear it all. And so does everyone else.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
I mean, it had a
Maybe
label
to
on
you,
it.
this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
They probably do. Do you guys find it concerning?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Who isn't?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical melody of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming. so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Not your dad. Welcome back, Snoozle. Alright, I think we've had enough time in the broom closet.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
You sure? I mean, I could always just...
You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Alright. I'm sorry, Mr. Narrator. No, I'm not. Okay, I guess that's it. That's all we get from him this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think downstairs leads to the quickest death, so I'm gonna go downstairs.
But Stanley
Oh,
just
no, it
couldn't
doesn't.
do it.
Whoops. We'll just begin the game again. That works. Okay, this time we go to
Someone was
419.
following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Really? Where? Who? Where? Narrator, you liar. There it is. 219. Input received. And then restart the game. Sorry guys, there's going to be a lot of restarts. Because we're going for a very specific ending. Four, 2, 3s.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Restart again. Yes, there is secrets.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing? No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Alright, we did that. 4, 2, 3s. Okay, just before the boss's office now. Which we know where that is. Well, yeah, I figured you were able to see when I pull the Googles up. Because I kind of stopped.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, you actually see, like, the exact site that I'm using. That's even funnier. Alright. Well, that's Steam Overlay for you.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Should I, though? Yeah, we're doing it.
Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
And yeah, after we do this, that's when he boards up the broom closet. So that we can never go back in again. So once it restarts, that's what happens to the broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Okay. Then we hit that. And what's it say next? Restart again and activate 434s. Which should be just this one here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
But
No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
okay, I've been stuck on this one.
Stanley went around touching every...
Restart the game again and activate input on 434's computer. It won't let me activate the input on
little thing in the
434's.
office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Oh, there it goes. Finally, it lets me input it. Took a bit. So now we restart. And then we... Oh, yep, here it is. We're in heaven. We can push all the buttons we want. As we just have a choir repeating the word buttons. Alright, are there any buttons I missed? Apparently someone did take the time to count all the buttons, and I don't know how you do that. That would have... Oh, they refresh, so it's impossible to hit all the buttons. Well, I tried. I did try to hit them all, athlete. But the game doesn't let you. But we entered Stanley's heaven. Alright, what are some of these other endings? We got the broom closet one. We got confusion already done. Oh! Without boarding the platform. Well, I could have sworn I did that one. Same as powerful ending. You quickly get off the lift before it takes you, and then jump off the... Oh, okay, that one.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
I'm on to you, narrator. There's no one back there. Alright.
When Stanley
For
came
that
to
one,
a set
it's
of two
defying.
open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Nope. Because...
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Oh, well, look who's got cold feet. Sorry to break it to you, Stanley, but that lift isn't coming back. You'd best either get comfortable right here on this platform, or test your luck by jumping to the floor below. You know what? Looking at it now, it's not that far to the bottom floor. I bet you can make it.
Well, there we go. That was the
Come
cold
on.
feet.
I'm sure
Oh.
you'll survive the jump. Don't tell me you're scared. That's not the Stanley I know. Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!
Wow, so many times the narrator didn't want me to kill myself. Now he just wants me to. Alright. Onto the boxes. Maybe I'll...
Whoops.
Nope.
Looks like I was wrong. How clumsy of me.
I landed on the car. I should have been fine. Alright. Let's go to the top and then... I did that, that. Yep. Okay, I guess technically I didn't get the powerful ending, so we'll go to the right door. And try to see if we can get the powerful one. Which really... it's... Wait, why is the phone ringing? Which one's the phone? Looks... It sounds like this one. No? What's this one?
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct?
Yes.
Excellent. Your order
Oh.
will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
I didn't expect pressing E again to make it work. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Alright, so
When
we
Stanley
defy...
came to a set of two open... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
And this time we just
Perhaps
jump
he wanted
off
to stop
without
by the employee lounge
standing
first,
on the
just
platform.
to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeet!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the
Oh,
story and
that
no
is the
one
one
gets to
that I
tell him
did.
what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay, so we did do that one. Good to know. Is this one the... Okay, yeah, we did. Unplug the phone. Yep, we did that one. Oh, yeah, we did that one. True happiness. Oh, okay, this is one we didn't do. The game's ending. Take door on the right to the warehouse. Oh, hydrate? Okay. Actually, I don't have any drinks remaining up here. So, I will be right back. It'll take me about, 3 minutes? Yeah, about 3 minutes. So I'll be back in about 3 minutes. I don't mind. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that delay. Now I can pour that drink into a nice cold glass and actually cool off a bit. Alright. Take the right door on the right, go into the warehouse. Take the lift and... Okay, jump on the catwalk and take the blue door.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
What's that icon? Hold on. Oh, that's Dab. Okay. Sorry, it took me a second because my chats on my phone, it looked like just almost a green and yellow block, so it took me a bit to see what that was. I apologize.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Why not use overlay?
Stanley
Because
was so bad at following
it's
directions,
a laptop
it's incredible
that
he wasn't fired years ago.
that is struggling even with this game, and this game's relatively simple. Like, that's why we're hearing, like, the narrator once in a while repeat the same line in the middle of speaking it, because the laptop is kind of struggling, I guess you could say. So, along with trying to stream. I am saving up for a full-fledged PC, but it's gonna take me a while to get
Look,
there.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Yeah,
There's
I don't
someone
believe you,
you've been
narrator.
neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you
No
that convinced
consideration.
that I want something bad to happen to you? Why?
Very convinced.
I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
I don't
Now
know.
listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm taking the blue door.
Aha.
Oh.
Perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Nope.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you.
Thank you.
You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
Yes.
Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did.
Nah.
And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what.
Maybe.
Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay.
There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Sure, why not?
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Yeah, I'd give it about a 3.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really. Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings. Does that sound good? Think we can do that? Yes? Wonderful.
Asshole.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look.
Okay. What do we got now?
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up.
Oh yeah, I put that up there for anyone who decided to do
In
lurk.
this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice.
I don't know
But of course,
about that.
the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience.
Oh my god, this is horrible. Yeah, we're just gonna let this burn. I know there's other endings if you actually keep trying.
You do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we
Someone
have
else's
here?
game.
Yes. This seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
What do you mean someone else's game? Oh,
Well, Stanley,
that's
is
what
this
you
any
mean.
better? At last, the one thing you've always desired. A game
Even
I had
has the-
absolutely nothing to do with.
even
But
has
is it
the
enough?
sound effect of
Tell me
walking
that,
on
Stanley.
on
Will
the
it
grass.
ever be enough? Well, I'll say this. I'm done making things for you. From now on, I will only create to fulfill a greater artistic purpose. Watch this, Stanley. I'm going to build a house.
Where? Oh, right
This
there.
will go here. No, here. And then...
Hey, Snoozle, how's it going?
Let's see, what does it need? Yes, of course. And just to finish it all off, yes, it's complete. I made this, Stanley. Look at it. Gaze upon my work of art and feel ashamed at your own inadequacy. But you've only seen it from the outside. You've only gotten half the experience. Please, step inside and make yourself comfortable.
Come on, there's gotta be something I can do to... Aw, thanks for all the hearts, Snoozle. Sorry it took me so long to notice it.
Isn't it grand? Isn't it perfect? It could only be better if... Wait, that's it. We must rebuild it out of diamond. Diamond everything. Yes. Come along, Stanley. We have to go mining.
Of course. I guess we're playing Minecraft now, guys. We were playing the Stanley Parable, but... Wait, did they actually get the... Okay, yeah, it definitely sounds a little bit different, but for the most part, it's got the same feel.
Oh my, it looks like it's going to get a bit dark. Have you brought a light?
No, I thought you had them.
Oh, no. This is far more open-ended than I had in mind. I'm looking for something more narrow and linear. Something that makes you feel utterly irrelevant. This won't do at all. 1 out of 5. Even the diamonds couldn't save this one. Okay, new game.
Okay, narrator. So mean. Well, the thing is, Snoozle, I'm not an artist. I have to commission other people for that kind of thing. Oh, I love this game! Now we're playing Portal!
Yes! I don't even know what this game is, but I love it. You, trapped in a glass box with no way out, listening to me talk. Oh, it's inspired. I couldn't have done it any better myself. What is this game even supposed to be? I can't figure it out. Okay, now I'm curious. Let's go find out what the hell this is.
At the Enrichment Center, we believe that a highly motivated test subject can carry out rather complex tasks while enduring the most intense pain. So in case you don't make it through the testing, goodbye.
It's a puzzle. Critical thinking, Stanley. You're...
What is it, Gray?
Genius. No, actually, you know what? I think that's plenty. I really don't care much to see you stumble through any more of these games, and I highly doubt you're any wiser for the experience, which is...
Oh. Oh, Fox can't give people the bird. Can't give people the bird with his left hand. Let's see. We've just dropped further and further from the sky into corridors that I guess were still being built. Oh, here's the choices. Does that mean this is... Oh, he's missing that finger. And there's not even a nub there. Oh. Oh. This is... different.
I wonder what he found. If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Okay. Alright. So we've gone through that. Yeah, this one we're not doing. Because it'd be 2 hours of listening to the baby and trying to keep it out of the fire. And then another 2 hours of trying to keep a puppy and a baby from dying. So, just to get the essence of divine art ending. Two doors. Oh, close the door to your office. Yeah, we did this one. Did the window ending. Whiteboard ending. Enter room 426. Okay, I just saw something interesting that I have to check. First, yeah, I'd say this looks somewhat
All of his
bluish.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Nope. Not that time. So... Oh my gosh, that did work. That's, interesting. Yeah, this is what happens when you type in face punch on the keyboard. All the textures turn into this. That is,
When Stanley came to a set of two open
okay,
doors,
I can't.
he
I can't. I can't. I can't do that anymore.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing.
Okay. So apparently I have to, like, keep restarting the game until things get... Oh, how you
Even
met
now,
Fox?
Stanley's
I
office was a
think
distant
you
memory.
did. My
What did it look
apologies,
like?
Gray. I'm pretty
There was a
sure you
computer,
did, but my
perhaps,
memory
and a
is
painting. Was it a painting or a photo?
absolutely
he could no
terrible.
longer recall.
Because I'm pretty sure I asked pretty early on into getting to know both of you. But I can never remember anything. I apologize for that, Gray. Alright, well, I'm having trouble getting the...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley
Are we
decided to
gonna
go
be
to the
able to
meeting
open
room.
this door yet?
Perhaps he had simply...
Nope. I'm gonna keep doing this because I know that we can open this door.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all... All of his co-workers were... Wait, no. This isn't the right office, is it? Is this Stanley's office?
Well, that's different from the narrator. No, I didn't mean to
Stanley
close the
simply couldn't.
door, damn it.
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather.
I mean... Oh wait, right, out there's just a void. We even stepped out there.
How long was I sitting there? Stanley wondered to himself. Minutes? Days? Centuries? Did something crucial happen while my senses...
Jesus Christ, I know that it's supposed to be a bit rarer for it to happen,
All of his
but...
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had...
The fact that it's taking this many times...
Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
Oh, whoops. That took... Whoops, we accidentally went to heaven again.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, you know what? I'm giving up on that. That was as far as the ending, many of the endings as we could get. But... Oh, let me see here. Gray's talking about how she met Fox, so I'll read this again before I do my ending. Oh, okay, Gray. Well, oh, well that's nice. Alright, well, I've got to end it here. It's late and I've got work tomorrow, but everyone, thank you so much for joining me. I'll be playing again tomorrow. I might not do Neo because I wasn't able to get around to actually grinding up levels to try and actually make it to where I can make progress, or I might just suck it up and play it, even if it means that the whole stream will be basically me just grinding. But once again, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope to see you all again very, very soon. I will be streaming again tomorrow at about 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Have a nice night, and thanks for stopping by, visitors. Oh, dang it. Stupid thing. It's not working with me.